Hey, everybody out there, Facebook world. How are you guys doing tonight? I'm so excited to be here with you. I am going to wait a couple of minutes and see if we get some live participants. It's always more fun if there are people hopping on live. So if you're hopping on live, then give me a shout out. Tell me where you're from. Maybe we should do something fun, like if you could wake up tomorrow anywhere in the world because you have no responsibilities and you have plenty of money and time and all those good things, where would you want to wake up tomorrow? If you could wake up anywhere in the world, where would you want to find yourself waking up? Let's see. Let me think about this. This is a hard one. I think I would like to wake up in Fiji, maybe. It's on my list of places I want to go. I'd like to go a lot of other places, but I live in Florida and it's winter, so I'm not going to take much of a chance on the winter. I was in New York City last weekend, and although it was not horrible, it was a little crispy, a little chilly, a little cooler than I like when you need gloves and scarves and coats. I realized, man, I have gotten so spoiled. I hate gloves and scarves and coats. And I hate how you have to put them all on and then you go out and then you go in and then you're sweating because you have all that on, and then you take it all off, and then you get ready to go outside. You have to put it all back on again, and then you get outside and you're freezing. And then anyway, so all of you, I see people here, New Albany, Indiana. Oh, you guys are cold. Kentucky, you guys are cold for sure. So if you could wake up anywhere in the world other than where you are now, where would you want to wake up tomorrow? Most of you are saying on the beach. Yeah, see, it's winter, so we're all thinking about warm weather and being warmer than we are. So anyway, so if you hop on and you want to answer, where would you want to wake up tomorrow? If you could wake up anywhere in the world, then go ahead and still play. I like to play. So you'll learn that about me probably pretty quickly. I like to have fun. And for those of you that don't know me, my name is Sharise Deimeke, and I am an independent consultant and an executive regional vice president with Arbonne. And I'm excited to share with you the passion that I have for this brand and this company, and just how grateful I am that it came into my life. And I'm even more grateful that I got over myself and decided to embrace something that was different and something that was new. Oh, Australia. That's awesome. Australia is absolutely beautiful. I've been there when Arbonne launched and opened there. Scotland, that is on my list, but I'm thinking it might be kind of cold right now. St. Martin, actually, that is one of my favorite islands in the Caribbean. I love St. Thomas too. So anyway, that's kind of fun. It's kind of fun to think about where are the places that we would love to be if we could be anywhere. And that wasn't anything I ever thought about before Arbonne, I can tell you that. Because I am a good little girl. I'm the youngest of 5, and I took good notes growing up. I watched some of the foolishness that went on before me, and so I was a pretty straight-laced kid. I listened. I was a rule follower. I did what I was told. I wanted to succeed. I wanted to be the best version of myself from the time I was pretty young. So it was, I did what I thought I was supposed to do, right? You're supposed to grow up, do well in high school, get good grades so you can go to a good college, get good grades so you can graduate at the top of your class, which I did. And then you get a great job, right? You get stability. You have a profession that you feel really great about, and you can work for 40 years and you know, relive Groundhog Day every single day for 40 years and then retire. And then those are the golden years, they say. But my grandma, she died at 98, and she told me not to wait to the golden years for anything because there's truly no gold there. And I think it's pretty wise advice. But anyway, so that's what I did. I became a nurse. My husband is actually a rocket scientist here in Cape Canaveral, Florida. And he was military and active duty when we got married. So I really wanted a career. We were high school sweethearts. So I picked my career based really on the fact that I wanted some flexibility and having a career and all of that. So I always thought I was going to go to medical school, but once I got into nursing school, I realized I didn't really want to do that. I didn't really want to owe my life to anybody. I didn't want to have to live on a beeper. And eventually I wanted to have kids and be a mom. And I did do that. We have 4 children, 2 grown children now. Our oldest daughter just got married about a month ago. And then our son is going to graduate from college this spring. So I just have 2 at home now. So it's a little bit strange for me, but it's been a busy and wild and amazing ride. And so I did that. I went to college, got a job, was working at the hospital, had a lot of flexibility in my schedule. My husband and I sort of swapped kids back and forth, which was great. But then, you know, there was that one piece of me that was just really wishing I had more time freedom, really wishing that I didn't have to say no to things that my kids were doing, or not be able to leave when my kids had some event at school or whatever, and or a ball game or something. But sometimes in nursing, you just had to. You had to stay there for the patient because they like to pull tricks. They like to code right when it's time for you to get off your shift, and then you're not going anywhere. So I had a lot of days like that, and I was trading my time for money. And although I loved my job and I told everyone how much I loved it, I had no idea life, the way that I live it now, was a reality or could be a reality. And so I want to encourage you to just have an open mind. I love the quote that the most expensive thing you can own, the most expensive thing you can have, is a closed mind. It's so true, because my mind was closed for about 6 months when my sister shared this opportunity with me. I didn't even want to hear about it. I was like, nope. People don't make money doing that. It's a scam. Like, none of that is for me. I am educated. I have a good job. I have flexibility in my job. I don't need any of that stuff. And besides, nobody makes any money doing this stuff. And so that was really my mindset, right? I needed some serious mindset help. But eventually she said some couple of things to me that got me thinking, one of which was, what if you never had to clock in or out? What if you didn't have to say no or stay at work when your kids had something important? And I thought to myself, man, if there's a possibility this works for anybody, I at least need to hear about it. I at least need to see if I think this is for real. So I decided to commit to listen, right? And I'm so glad I did, because I don't know if you guys have heard this story, but Mark Zuckerberg invited 9 people to his room at Harvard to discuss a business idea, and only 2 showed up. And those 2 guys are billionaires today because they showed up with an open mind to hear about a business idea that Mark Zuckerberg had, and obviously has become enormously successful. So I think it's really important that we show up sometimes, and we just have an open mind, and we just see, like, is this something that could be a fit for us or our family? And I am so grateful that I eventually got over myself, because up until that point, I was actually one of these people that literally took away other people's dreams. Like, I gave up on mine, I guess, because I never really had any. And so I sort of shot down other people's dreams as well, because I was like, it's not for real. How could that be true? How could that be real? And only to find out that, you know, it is real, and I'm living it now, and anybody can do it. Anybody can have it. And so I just had to learn how to change my thinking. And the thing I think I'm most grateful for from this experience and from this amazing opportunity is that I did learn how to change my thinking. I learned how to open my mind. And by that, it's revolutionized my life in every area, my relationships. It's revolutionized how I show up in the world, how I'm a mom, how I'm a wife, how I'm a sister, daughter, all the different hats that I wear. It's revolutionized everything about how I think and how I get through a day and what I want my life to look like. So I'm going to just talk to you a little bit about that. And you guys, the funny thing is that I found out that all these years I had been basically lying to myself and to other people. I'm like, one of the first things Arbonne taught me was that I was actually a liar. I say that, it's kind of funny, but you know, all these years I was telling people, like, I love my job, I totally love being a nurse. And then Arbonne started paying me more to work part-time than I was making clocking in at a hospital at inconvenient hours and inconvenient times. And guess what? I all of a sudden was like, apparently I don't love it that much. Apparently I'm going to retire. So I retired about 13 years ago from nursing, and I've never looked back. And as a matter of fact, my mom will ask me to this day, like, do you miss it? Do you regret it? Do you wish you were still doing it? I'm like, heck no, I don't miss any of it. I don't regret any of it. I'm glad I did it. I'm glad all that stuff, but I'm so glad that I had an open mind to change my life and to have more freedom and to have more time. Time is really the most precious resource we have. It's the thing we can't get more of. You know, it's spent, it's gone, and we don't know how much of it we have. So it's precious. It's so precious. So I decided to take a real look at this company, this product, this business. And what I realized, you guys, is that all I was looking at was, could I become a brand ambassador for this brand? I mean, that's how simple the question really was. Could I change my products to these products? Could I, in good integrity and good ethical character, could I share them with other people and feel good about it and know that I was doing the right thing for the other person? And the answers to those questions was yes, 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 and yes. I had amazing product results. My oldest daughter that I just mentioned, she scratched till she bled every day of her life. She had severe case of eczema. I'd been to every doctor, every specialist. I'd been everywhere to try to get her help, you guys. I changed her soap and her lotion and it revolutionized her life. So I knew I could get behind the products, and I knew they were second to none because I am a bit of a nerd. I researched Arbonne up, down, backwards. I researched the Arbonne difference. I compared it to every brand out there. I did my due diligence and my homework, and what I found was there was nothing like it out there that was affordable. And at the time, I'm going to admit, I'm going to be totally vulnerable and honest with you, I thought it was expensive because I wasn't spending X amount on shampoo or X amount on lotion or X amount on shipping back in the day. Now the shipping is so reasonable, but back in the day, you know, I wasn't paying for shipping 13 years ago for things to come to my house. So that was a mind shift I had to have as well. But when I look back on it now, not only do I think the products are very inexpensive for what you get because I understand the value of the brand, I think it's amazing what people actually spend their money on that they don't even want or need. And so when I started to trim that fat out of my life, like I'm buying stuff I don't even want or need. You guys, okay, how many of you, now if you don't want to admit it on here, I get it, but I'd be the first one to raise my hand. How many of you showed up at the mall because there was like, you know, a giveaway and you bought something from a certain company or a certain brand that they were giving away a bag that you loved. So you were like, I got to have it. Well, I don't really need anything right now, but I'll buy X, Y, or Z in order to get this free bag that's full of, by the way, lipsticks and things that I'm never going to wear because they're not my color, but that's okay because they're free and I want to get them because they're free and I want the free stuff. So, I mean, we do that. We do this crazy stuff. So what I realized is if I trim all that kind of stuff out and I become brand loyal to this brand, the perks are like nothing else. Okay. You guys think that Starbucks gold card or whatever they have, I don't do Starbucks, I don't know, but I know they have some kind of gold status and stuff. Okay, so that's really like people can't wait to be Starbucks gold, whatever. They can't wait to be American Express Platinum. Like the perks of Amex Platinum are nothing compared to the perks of Arbonne Platinum, of Arbonne VP status, right? Because it's owning your life, owning your time. Even what they're giving you is, it just doesn't compare to what you can create and build for your future, switching and being loyal to the Arbonne brand. And so if we tighten up where we're spending stuff, if we just buy what we need, use it to the last drop and buy more, I promise this is not expensive. And when you compare what's not in it, what's in it, all that, definitely not expensive. On anybody's radar, it's not expensive when you actually look at what you're getting for your money. And so the real privileges are not, you know, membership has its privileges. The real privileges are owning your own life, owning your own time, being able to create asset wealth. That is huge. From all these other companies, all these other brands, all these other things you're buying, you are never going to create asset wealth. You're never going to create something that's going to pay your family for generations to come. And that, my friends, is why Arbonne is an incredibly smart business opportunity. because you're buying everything we have anyway. You're buying toothpaste, you're buying hair products, you're buying makeup if you're a woman, well, some men do too. You're buying protein shakes, you're buying breakfast, you're buying energy drinks, you're buying something to hydrate your body. You're buying all the things we have. You're just buying them from all these different places. And when you can centralize your spending to your own virtual franchise, you can revolutionize your life and the life of your family. And so you can just learn how to operate in a new economy. Once again, we've got to open our minds. You guys, if you would have told me 13 years ago that, you know, the malls were going to be shutting down, Sears was going to go out of business, Best Buy, Toys R Us, like all these things. Oh no, Best Buy's still in business. What was the name? Circuit City. They're all going to go out of business because people are going to shop online. I would have thought you were crazy. But the people who understood that before it happened had a huge advantage. And that's where we are now. We're in a new economy. You guys, robots are taking over. There are literally cars driving across the United States. I don't know if you've seen this, but if you haven't, you should Google it or YouTube it. Budweiser has trucks that carry, semi-trucks that carry beer across the country with no driver. It is done by a robot, by a computer. Human jobs are being replaced by computers every single day. So if you want to get a part of the new economy, a part of a virtual franchise, a part of this century of business, this is where it is. I mean, look at Uber. They're one of the largest, if not the largest, transportation company. They don't own a single car. Airbnb, don't own a single hotel. This is fascinating to be a part of this economy and part of this time. So what is it that we really do? How do we create wealth? We're changing where we're shopping. That's it. We're shopping from our own store. So instead of going to the mall to get that stuff you really don't need, instead of going to the health food store, instead of going to the drugstore, instead of going to the hair salon, instead of going to all the different places where you're purchasing everything that we have, you purchase from your own store. And you teach other people how to do the same. And the perks will knock your socks off. You will be able to travel more. You will be able to have more fun. You'll be able to have all kinds of perks. Drive a car you don't pay for. Mercedes-Benz, like I didn't do it for that, you guys, but I'm so brand loyal to Mercedes-Benz, I wouldn't drive any other car now because I've learned to understand and appreciate their brand and to understand why I want to drive that brand and why I want the people that I love most in that brand vehicle. And so, you know, these are just some of the simple things that we're able to do. And when you're building an asset income, you're able to take ordinary expenses and create wealth that's legacy wealth that actually is going to outlast your life. You're going to be able to pass something down to your children, then they can pass to their children, and on and on and on, because you're actually building something. You're not trading time for money. When you trade time for money, there's a cap to how many hours in a day you can work, so there's a cap to how much money you can make. When you create a willable asset, an income through a wealth asset, you're creating generational wealth. You're creating residual income. You guys, I love the saying, if you understood residual income, you'd walk through a wall to get it, because it's true. If you have ever not worked and made more money than you did working, you will understand it. That has happened to me. I have literally not worked because of circumstances in my life, and I have made more money with Arbonne than I had ever made working and clocking in 40 plus hours a week at a hospital as a registered nurse. It's unbelievable. It's amazing. And if you really understand it, you'll do anything to get it, because you want that sort of freedom in your life. You want to be able to put your priorities in order. You want to decide how you spend your time and what you do. And it's better than any of those other things that you think are grand. I mean, even if you look at, you know, I talk a little bit about this because my dad was a biochemist and he had 14 US patents, and he had residual income from royalties, right? He had royalties from these patents. But my dad died on the 25th of the month. And on the 1st of the month, they deposited his check to my mom. But then guess what? They took it back because his royalties ended when his life ended. So we even take the royalty or the residual wealth to another place when we have legacy wealth, when we have the ability to pass it down from generation to generation. So what kind of money can you make in a business like this? You know, if you just want to make enough money to pay for your Arbonne products, you can do that. If you want to build all the way to where you're creating an enormous amount of wealth, so your kids are like going to think they're Kardashians or something, you can do that too. That's what's great. You get to decide, what do you want from this? Do you want $200, $500 a month? Do you want to be able to go on an extra vacation? Do you want to pay for private school? Do you want to do club athletics? Do you want to make $1,000, $4,000 a month? Do you want to be able to, add that kind of, $36,000 extra to your income in your household, or $48,000 or whatever. I mean, you get to decide, what do you want to add? What do you want to have more of and less of in your life? And that's the beauty of it. It's that nobody's going to tell you what you have to do. You get to decide that. And so you can take it from that. You could go to $5,000 a month. You could go to $10,000 a month. The top of Arbonne, it's $22,000+ a month with no glass ceiling. You can literally make 6 figures a month, or 6 figures a year. It's totally up to you what you want to do. And it's just an incredible opportunity. I don't know where else you can do that. I don't know where else you can build something that you can will on. I don't know where else you can literally leverage your own purchasing. So you're actually creating your own wealth by shopping in your own store and teaching other people how to shop in their own store. So the last time I checked, I'm going to wash my hair, every day, almost every day. I'm going to shower every day. So soap I'm going to use every day. I'm going to brush my teeth a couple times a day. I'm going to eat breakfast every day. I'm going to drink drinks that hydrate my body every single day. So the things that I'm using from my own store that I'm actually leveraging income off of are things I'm not going to stop using. They're not things I buy once a year. They're not things I buy once a quarter. They're not things I buy once every 10 years. They're things I use every single day and I buy every single week. So now I've created an enormous way to bring income into my household from everyday living. And then that creates the lifestyle of everyday choices and everyday living that I find so amazing and so fascinating, and just absolutely a way. You're changing your brand, and literally you have the opportunity to just change your brand if that's what you want. If you don't looking for income opportunity, if you don't want to talk to people about Arbonne, you don't want to share it with other people, you can just change your brand. That will change your life. It will. It's changed my family's health. It's changed everything about how we eat and what we eat and how we take care of our bodies. Arbonne is the #1 brand globally for health inside and out. And so it has absolutely benefited us without a dollar. But then if you want to take it one step further and share with other people, you can create the income that you want, whatever that is, to give you the life that you want. And I think that's the part, like, what do you want out of your life? What are you willing to do to get it? Because it's not a dress rehearsal. Like, this is your life. This is our life. And Arbonne is a place where ordinary people get to do extraordinary things, to be a part of a revolution for health, for wealth, for changing people's lives, for changing how they feel, for giving them more freedom. So wake up and live your life. Decide what you want most out of your life. Explore this opportunity. Ask the person that connected you on here to give you more information, to share more testimonials, to help you to make a good, solid decision, to give you enough information to make that decision. That's what I had to do, and that's what I want everyone to do. I thought it sounded too good to be true. I was waiting for the shoe to drop. What is going to, where's the catch? You guys, when I figured out there was no catch, I'm like, man, this is a no-brainer. Even if I don't ever share with anybody, I'm going to change my health. I'm going to change the way I live my life. I'm going to feel better. I'm going to look better. That in itself is a blessing, is a gift. And I never expected my life's work to come wrapped in a package that looked like this. I never thought this is what I would be doing. But I'm so grateful because it offers me more than anything else I ever dreamt of doing. It offers me freedom. It offers me to do what I want to do in a day and to have the life that I want to create. So I just want to tell you, in the last 60 days, if I was working in a hospital, I would have been fired so many times, because in the last 60 days, I have spent 10 days serving in Guatemala and just serving people there, bringing food and clothes and beds and just everyday necessities to people that don't have it. And I was able to do that, and then in A few weeks later, I was on a 7-day cruise. Our daughter got married on a cruise. And so I was gone for 7 days for that. I just got back from a 3-day trip to New York City, taking my younger kids to 3 different Broadway shows, 3 days. It was amazing. We're huge Broadway people. I teach drama. It's one of my passions. My kids love it. So, I mean, that, and then in the last few days, I haven't been feeling well. So I haven't been up into work like I would be. So I'm pretty sure if I wanted to take 20 some odd days out of the last 60 days to work from my phone and to enjoy my life, I probably would have been fired in the first 2 days. I don't think, not only would they have not let me collect a paycheck for enjoying my life and enjoying my family and making memories with my family, but they'd have fired my butt behind. They would have been like, you're out of here. Like, we need somebody that can show up and get the job done. And so, you know, I don't know where you are. I don't know what you're looking for, but I want to be your biggest cheerleader. I want to encourage you to explore this opportunity, to open your mind, to learn something new, to push yourself to have the life that you really want. Because I don't want to live a life with regrets. I don't know about you, but I want to have the best possible life, and I want to help other people do the same. So thank you for spending this time with me tonight. So excited to have encouragement from all of you, and I see all of you adding your notes about the type of freedom that Arbonne offers, and that's what it's about. It's really, you guys, money is awesome. You got to have it to live in this world, but it's so much more than that. It's about the choices. It's the options. It's the freedoms. It's the ability to say yes to the things that you love. Like I was thinking, you know, New York, it wasn't the best time. I had just come off of 2 vacations, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to say yes to my life. I'm going to say yes to the things I love, and I'm going to enjoy my life to its fullest. And that's what I want for everybody else to do too. And you can, and I'm going to encourage you to, and the people that have invited you will also do the same. And I think it's an amazing life when you can reach down and help other people have a better life. And when you can become more, so you can give more and you can help other people more. And I went into nursing to help people, you guys, but Arbonne's way of helping people trumps anything I was ever able to do, clocking in and out of a hospital. And so I don't regret that. I love it, but I love for all of you to have the life that you wish, the life that you deserve. And so just explore what you can, ask the questions you need to ask, and then when you're ready, jump in, lock arms, and really go for it, because you can. You can. If I can, like, there is nothing special about me, you guys. I'm just a girl who decided to go for it. I'm just a girl who decided to look kind of crazy and probably stupid and all those things. But you know what? I wouldn't trade it for anything, because I now get to decide how I live my life. And that's the greatest gift of all. So thank you. Have a great night. Talk to you guys later.